Hi, it's Liz. LOL. Hold on. Okay, so let's take a tour of my piles. This is a pile of things that need to be ironed, and then they need to be photographed, and they need to go up on my marketplace. This pile is the same. Yeah. I really like this sweatshirt that's on the bottom. I'm probably gonna iron that first. I have some more that are like this. These sweatshirts need to get finished, like painting, like finishing painting on them, and then they need to be ironed, and then they can go up on marketplace. My dryer is broken. Not in, anyways, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so these are sweatshirts. They're vintage Hanes sweatshirts, and they have, like, they say Avery, I think, on the side of them. I think that they're so funny. Sorry about, oh no, Cambridge, that's right. They say Cambridge on the side of them. I just think they're so fun. And since I work with purple and pink a lot, I really thought that the red writing on the arm, I love that look of red against pink and purple. So I got them on eBay. Like, I think there's like 8 of them total or whatever. And some of them are like a purple base and some of them are a pink base, and I just went over them with some very autumnal, as you can see. I think I just did red and fuchsia, like scarlet red and fuchsia and terracotta on the purple ones, and then on the pink ones, there's some pink sweatshirts. I did this same color combination that I did on this shirt that I really like how it turned out, and there's multiples of that too. This is another vintage shirt I got off of eBay like last year, and I just haven't, like, I just got them to where I want them, or, you know, from all the moving and stuff. Anyways, this is a TNC Surf Designs 100% cotton, made in the USA vintage t-shirt, and I love, it was orange when I got it, and that's a youth extra large, and when I post it, I will put you know, all the measurements and stuff with it too. But I really like finding those 90s and 80s vintage t-shirts. I just think they're so rad, and I love the quality of them and the fits, and I really like working with that kind of stuff. So the Hanes is vintage Hanes too, vintage Hanes activewear. I just think I would much rather find these kinds of things than buy a pack of Costco t-shirts, or, you know, there's just, not that there's anything wrong with that, that's just not what I do. I think that there's enough clothes on the planet already, and I don't want to buy something new to dye it. I want to take something that already exists and turn it into something different that we, you know, I want to re-imbue it with value that has otherwise been like abandoned. Oh, Liz, what is that about, huh? Okay, anyways. And so over here, there's another one of those purple sweatshirts, and I scrunched it in a way that I only did half of it, and I think that it looks really cool. And then there's another one of those vintage shirts that's drying. This is stuff that I need to post on Marketplace. I have some of these Carhartt Force t-shirts that I think are pretty cool. There's like 2 more of these. One's a short sleeve. Yeah. And the Force ones, they're like that. They kind of, you know, they feel like activewear a little bit, you know. But I'm really happy with how that came out. There's a jumper here that's really pretty. Another jumper that's really nice. This is one of the first pieces that I ever did. And it has some like color block paint on it also. It's chambray, one of my favorite materials to work with. This is a denim dress. This is a like kind of tencel dress. It's Loft originally. I got it in a really big like back when I lived in the apartment with the green kitchen, right before I, like right when I started selling at Alchemy, I like made a really big order with a wholesale vintage reseller, and I can't remember the name of that place, but they're really cool. Anyways, I placed a big order with them, and I'm still working through that inventory. That's like the biggest investment that I've that I made into my business, along with art supplies and stuff. But it was like that's a denim jacket that I'm working on. I don't know. Yeah, I like bleached it partially, and I did some ice dyeing on it, and I'm going to use some of the they're like fabric dye kind of crayons. Basically they're like wax crayons, and then you melt it into the fabric, and I want to do some, I really like the way that particular method, I like the way it looks on denim, and so I have a plan for the lightened part of this jacket especially. And then we know this dress, I love this dress. And this dress actually kind of makes me sad, though. I love this dress, but it reminds me of one of my friends who is no longer my friend. I know that she would love it, and it would look so perfect on her. And it's like probably her size and everything too, but whatever, that's not my motherfucking friend, and it never was. Also, I'm trying not to say motherfucker. This is a heart-shaped box cut tee. It has a heart on it, I gotta finish painting it, and because it's uneven, and I want to make it more even though it's still gonna be two-toned. And I call them the heart-shaped box cut tee because they're box cut, right? Yeah. And then they have a heart shape on them, but it's like the Nirvana song, Heart Shaped Box, which is a great song. And me and Kurt Cobain have like so many freaking like identical birth chart placements, and the ones that aren't the same, like the planets that aren't the same, are like either in like they're just very similar. You got similar charts. And so anyways, I'm looking at this, but I can tell that you guys can't see what I was looking at, but I really, 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 really like how this came out. Yeah. You can't tell how cool they are at all, but you will once they're dry and ironed and I take pictures of them. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. That was a long hang. You guys you made it. Ooh, look at this. Oh, okay. Good times hanging out with you. This has been Liz talking about her piles. Well, this is just another pile of stuff. These are t-shirts that are going to become propaganda t-shirts. And I have a pair of shoes. Oh, I should list those. And some tote bags I need to put on. I need to put on my marketplace too. So I have a lot of work to do. And I have to get ready for court. So, because abuse is always happening, my name is Liz. Just kidding. It's not always happening. It's not always going to happen. And I rebuke that it's always happening. I didn't mean that. What I meant was it's always been happening. And it sucks ass. And I would like it to stop. So, yeah. There's some other piles over there. This is my cute apartment. This has been Liz Talks About Her Piles. Bye.